Hello everyone, and welcome to another Clash of Clans video. Today we're over in the Eric versus Carbon War, where I'm going to be looking at the defenses on this particular base right here, number 2. So let's go through the war events and look for the first attack. So, this base was one that I built on stream about 2 weeks ago. It's right here. So it survived 5 defenses in this war. Really crazy stuff. That is definitely not normal in a top town hall competition. Especially when you're getting hit by people like Nick here, who has experience in ESL play and stuff like that. So what he's done here is made a funnel at 9 o'clock and with king at 11 o'clock, and now he's going to wall break into the inferno compartment, and the queen's going to follow right inside. So his plan here is to queen walk inside the base and have hog riders take out the rest of the base after the queen's done with her job. The CC for this base is Hound Witch Archers. And it looks like it's done a really good job of stopping the queen in her tracks. With these 2 expos on her and the scatter shot and the queen, she had to use her ability early. And now with the pups, it looks like she's not going to make it. So pretty clear that that's going to be a defense. So let's skip forward and look at the final numbers on this attack. So it looks like it's going to be a 1-star in round, a 2-star in round 60% because the level 20 Royal Champion taking out the Town Hall. So I'm not sure exactly what the plan was here, because it was pretty obvious that with the Expo and the CC out here, that the Queen couldn't survive that. So let's see what they did to adjust and how it also failed. And look, attack number 3 of the entire war is the second attack on this base. So it looks like they have gone with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash with the Quake and Jump Spell. Since this is a spam attack, let's just 2x through it and just take a note of different things that go wrong with it. So the Quake was misplaced, but that was fine. Only the queen was the important troop that left. But it looks like everything in the middle just collapsed. I'm not exactly sure why, but it worked. Okay. Maybe the healers also left. But we also had some black mines in that area as well. So let's look at the third attack. Right here from MP. This guy was in Atlanta with us, so let's see what he did to try and take this base down. King and Baby Dragon sending the funnel, along with a couple of loons. Okay, so now MP is going to have a wall wrecker going into this inferno compartment, and probably going to end up with the same fate as Nick's queen. So even with a couple of... Oh. Well, that's an interesting CC. Yeah, I don't think that was his intention. At least it shouldn't have been. To have 2 dragons in a wall wrecker CC. Because he really, really needed tanking in this attack. So he had 45 troop space, so he definitely should have brought 3 ice golems in his offensive CC. But I don't think it would have mattered at all, because that queen suffers the same fate. Queen, scattershot, and 2 expos on her. Way too much for her to deal with. And he just sends into minors to die, and that is it. Ends in like a 54% 1 star. So, let's look at the next attack. Right here from Comfort VW. So he's going to try the same thing. So let's 2x through it. First, dropping the queen down instead of the funnel troops. And now he's wall-workering into a slightly different area, but the Tesla sends the queen elsewhere. That's part of the point of having Teslas and other buildings on the outside, because it might draw away troops, or the queen in this case, which completely changes the attack. He was smart here, bringing the ice golem in the CC for the 7-second freeze, but not quite enough. And with minors set from the town hall position, he's probably going to get the 2-star, but not much more after that. So let's check out the final attack. It was very close. It was a very close attack. So let's check it out. Gizmo against Cuddy here, using my base from the stream about 2 weeks ago. So queen charge minors. This one ended in a 95% 2-star. So let's see what he could have done instead, or if he did everything he could to get this 3-star. So wallworker and queen in from 8 o'clock. It looks pretty good so far. 3 ice golems, of course, very good idea. Tanks for the queen, tanks for the... and it freezes the hound, freezes the expo. Very, very good. It's a very good offensive CC if you're doing a queen charge. 3 ice golems. So now he's dealt with the hound, dealt with the queen. 2 expos are on him, but it looks like he's going to get them down. Enemy king gets on him, and the healers are not in the rage spell. But I don't think the queen would have survived anyway. I don't think so. So I guess whether this attack could have worked depends on whether the queen could have survived if the healers were placed on the queen correctly, or if the rage was placed correctly. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe it was, I'm not sure. So then we have the miners coming in from 11 o'clock, going straight to the town hall, and then ending on this 2 Inferno Tower layout. So if you were to take this base, I think instead of this air skelly in the back here, you would replace that air skelly with ground skellies, move it about a tile out, and have the air skellies where the ground skellies were. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So it looks like this attack just fizzles out a little bit. It might end up in a time fail. Yep, looks like a time fail. Warden's very powerful at level 50. So time fail, 95%. Basically what he could have done is maybe brought a 6th healer. Maybe that would have been the difference. But it was very, very close. So let's look at the base and edit it a little bit to defend this attack a little bit more. And then we'll end the video, guys. So now I'm back with the base. Here we're going to switch up the skeleton trap here. Move it up a little bit. And make it a ground skelly trap. Move this one back and make it an air skelly trap. So the point of this here is the ground skelly trap should trigger as soon as miners hit the Inferno Tower or the air sweeper, and not before. So they shouldn't trigger when miners are on the scatter shot here. Next, let's change these Seeking Our Minds. Actually, I think I'll leave this one, but I'll move this one here and this one there. So that should protect against healers. So I think that's it. I think that's all the changes that I wanted to make to this base. And if you want the base, it's right here. And share its link. Okay, that link is in the description below. I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something. I've been Raze Gaming, and I'm out.